All right, so today we're going to talk a little bit about our first lesson. And in our gospel lesson. And in our gospel lesson today, we hear the word blessed a whole lot. Now, when we think of blessed, we often think of someone who has a lot of stuff and is really happy. Jesus turns things upside down. Jesus is really good at that, okay? And he tells us something different. Jesus tells us we're blessed when we're hungry, when we're sad. And so we're blessed even when things aren't going well. I wonder if being blessed is having a heart filled with God's love so that when hard or difficult things happen, we're able to see something good in it because we know that God is still with us. So I have a book I want to share with you today. It's called What in the World is Wrong with Gisbert? Now, I need your help reading the book because when I say this, I'm fine, he said, but inside he thought, you're going to say this, I don't know what's going on. Can you say that with me? I don't know what's going on. Now let's practice it, and you all can help too. You're all children of God, so help us out here. I'm fine, he said, but inside he thought, I don't know what's going on. All right, we are ready to hear what in the world is wrong with Gisbert, and it's written by Jochen Weber and illustrated by Fariba Godalazadeh. All right, and we're using it by permission from Flyaway Books. Gisbert was a tall young giraffe. He was tall enough to do everything a giraffe might want to do. I like the way he watches TV. He played with his friends. My life is very good, he thought, as he closed his eyes for a nap in the trees. But then one day something changed. On his way to kindergarten on Monday, he heard two hyenas whispering, "Look at those brown spots." They laughed and exclaimed, "They're all over him. They look so funny." Suddenly, Gisbert felt something strange happen. He was shrinking a whole 2 inches. No one else could see it, but he could. In music class on Tuesday, he was learning a new marching song on the trumpet. He had some trouble with the song and messed up a few notes. All the others dropped their instruments and covered their ears. "Oh boy, that sounds awful," the hippo said. Gisbert felt it clearly. He was shrinking again, a whole 6 inches. No one else could see it, but he could. "Are you all right?" asked his parents that evening. "I'm fine," he said, but inside he thought, I don't know what's going on. At the playground on Wednesday, it happened again. 2 giggling ostriches raced past him and shouted, "Move along, Beanpole." Gisbert felt it clearly. He was shrinking again, a whole 10 inches. No one could see it, but he could. That night, he stood in front of the mirror. The shrinking seemed to be unstoppable. His parents noticed that he wasn't feeling well. "What has upset you?" they asked, worried. "I'm fine," he said, but inside he thought, I don't know what's going on. In gymnastics class on Thursday, he tried to hang from the climbing pole for the first time in his life. It took all his courage to try. He stood on the gym mat, concentrated, when he heard the apes whisper, "He'd better not try. Giraffes can't do that. He'll fall." Gisbert felt it clearly. He was shrinking again, a foot this time. No one else could see it, but he could. "Is there something we can help you with?" his parents asked him that evening. "I'm fine," he said, but inside he thought, I don't know what's going on. At the swimming pool on Friday, things didn't go any better. Gisbert really wanted to try the new slide, but everything went wrong. He was so tall he got stuck on one of the curves. "Watch out, blockade," the lion shouted. Everyone laughed. It was quite some time before somebody could rescue him. Gisbert felt it clearly. He was shrinking again, 2 whole feet. No one else could see it, but he could. "Are you still not feeling better, Gisbert?" asked his parents that evening. He could tell they were concerned. "I'm fine," he said, but inside he thought, "I don't know what's going on." On the playground on Saturday, Gisbert wanted to join his friends in the playhouse. "I've shrunk so much this week," he thought, "so I won't take up much space." But the others said, "You don't fit in here, Gisbert." Gisbert felt it clearly. He was shrinking again. 2 more feet. No one else could see it, but he could. "We're very worried about you, Gisbert," said his parents that evening. Gisbert crept under the sofa. "I'm fine," he said, but inside he thought, "I don't know what's going on." On Sunday, he felt so sad and so small. Nothing seemed to be much fun to him anymore. Gisbert stayed home from school the whole next week. His mother hugged him, and his father tickled him between the horns, but nothing seemed to cheer him up. Then one day, his friends left a small present on the doorstep. "Come back to school," the note read. "We miss you." Slowly, he started feeling better. That night, when his parents asked if he was okay, he said, "Now I know what's going on." Gisbert told his parents everything that had happened. "Their words made me feel like I was shrinking," he said. "And the smaller I got, the worse I felt. But it's not bad to be tall or small. Meerkats are small, so are mice and ants. But I felt so weak and so sad." "Sometimes people say things that hurt you, even if they don't mean to," his mother said. "It's okay to tell them that their words made you sad. And you can always talk to us, Gisbert," his father added. When they were done talking, Gisbert felt much better. The very next day, Gisbert went to the playground again. "Hey, look, there's Gisbert," the hippo shouted. "It's great to have you back," the lion roared. The others nodded. "Join us in the playhouse," they said. "It's going to rain soon." The ape reached out for Gisbert's hand, and he joined his friends. "We all missed you," his friends said. "Our orchestra sounds boring without you," the hippo said. "We can't cross the river without you," the lion added. "We're sorry that our words made you feel sad, Gisbert," they all said. "We didn't mean to do that." "By the way," the hyena added, "you look really cute with those spots." Gisbert looked at his friends. All of a sudden, he felt something happening. It started in his feet and spread all over him, a cozy, warm feeling, as if the sun were shining inside of him. Nobody suspected that something was about to happen, not even Gisbert. But then he burst through the roof. Everybody laughed and laughed. Gisbert was tall again. He'd grown a whole 6 feet in half a second, and everyone could see it. So, when Gisbert found out that his friends were making fun of him because of his spots, how did he feel? Audrey? Yeah, disappointed, sad, somebody said, right? Because we're learning something here. Our words can hurt people, right? But here's the other thing. Our words can also make people feel good. Because remember what happened to Gisbert when he found that box in front of his house? And there were 3 words written on it. "We miss you," right? "Come back to school." And now his friends realized what they've done, right? They've used their words to hurt Gisbert, but now they changed their plan. They realized what they've done, and they apologized to Gisbert, and now they're using words to build him up, to help him. Now, I'm sure that Gisbert didn't feel blessed when everyone was making fun of him and giving him a hard time, right? Okay, but I wonder if we can remember that even when we're sad and hurting, God is always with us, and God's love fills our hurting hearts. And the other thing we can remember from this story is every night Gisbert checked in with his parents. just like we can check in with God, our heavenly parent. And God is always there for us. So let's make a choice. Let's make a choice to use our words to help people rather than hurt people. Will you please pray with me? Loving God, help us remember that we are blessed because you love us. Help us use kind words instead of words that hurt. Thank you for always being with us. Together we say, Amen. Now you can join me